Hello, my peeps. Oh, I keep putting stuff on top of my book. And welcome to day 14 of 25 days to an organized craft room. All right, I'm a little close. I'm going to have to stand up here and zoom back a bit. I got to move around today, so we're on the phone. So this was yesterday's project. I thought I would show you that I did it and how I slightly changed it. So I normally had all the wider folders here and the smaller ones here. I did purge. It's really hard for me to get rid of embossing folders, but some of them I looked at and I was like, I don't think I've used this in the last year. It's going. So these are the ones that are current. I only have one little guy that's current. All of these are still current, which is nice because I love those big folders. So these are the ones that aren't. So instead of keeping them separated by size, I thought I just kind of move this little thing over so it's there in the middle. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. This is some kind of like cutlery, napkin, picnicky, some kind of basket from IKEA. But it's perfect because these things, especially like the extra plates and stuff, and I have a couple of the metal ones that are discontinued, metal magnet ones that are quite, and they're quite heavy. But when you get all this stuff together, this is a heavy basket. So it can't, like plastic and stuff is not really a good idea. So there's cork in the bottom of this and then this wire basket. But I've never had it even like feel like it's going to bend or twist or anything. It's a good one. So IKEA. So yesterday when I did the video, I had stuff all over the desk because I broke one of my containers of embellishments pulling it out. So I just thought I'd show you that I did find, I went to get a different container and I found this one that I had bought specifically for something with the two compartments. I don't remember what now, but it's empty. So whatever it was I was done with, excuse me. So now it works for me perfectly because these are current embellishments and these are the retired ones. And I don't keep like the little containers of retired or in the drawer. These ones I keep out though because some of these are just too good, right? Like these, I'm so bummed that these ones retired, these matte neutrals or something they're called. They're awesome. And you can color them any color, so I'm keeping them. Love these little beggars. Oh my God, I love these ones. So yeah, but now it's really good because now I can very easily tell them apart. And I do like to keep the bigger ones at the back because they kind of block things. I did have to cut my puffy stickers in half and stick them back in the container because when I went to slide them underneath, they were too big. They were hitting here. They would have worked, but it would have been like constantly bent and it would have driven me nuts. And then because I have a lot less of I only have 2 rolls of ribbon that are current and the twine, and then these are all still current. It worked way better just to put it in this little container so they're not, the twine falls over all the time. It is a bit of a pain in the butt to store. But the funny part is I have this little handle now that pulls it in and out. So that desk, my desk is cleared off from that. Okay, I'm going to pick this up and put it back where it belongs. So I'm going to walk with this as we go. So today's task, day 14, is, and this just sits on my, I knocked it over a little, there we go, with next to the paper, next to my little embossing thing, and the embossing machine is behind me. Again, closely supervised. I realize there you can see my office is a mess. I started doing paperwork, my annual, what's everything, is this still current, what's the password? So office has paper all over it. That'll be next. Okay, so this is my first cabinet when you walk in the door. And today we're doing treats and treat packaging and other little packaging and boxes and stuff. It's not, I guess, always for treats. So I'll show you what I have. I basically just have 2 drawers. And this one I'm going to have to do. As I was cleaning other areas, some stuff I was just throwing in here. Not cleaning other areas of my craft room, but some of the storage thing, and like I have a section of things for markets and stuff. So I was finding some containers. These are like these great tombstone containers. Again, retired, can't get rid of them. We have some current ones in here. So what I basically have, if I didn't have all this extra stuff sitting on top of it, is a tray that has like all the most frequently used things. And then, yeah, because I have stuff on it, that's not going to come out right. And then underneath it, I have some of the bigger containers, and some of them are current. I like doing treats and stuff, and a lot of the packaging is not current. Some of the stuff is dollar store stuff, like just like the little Ziploc bags and these little gems. So, but this is what I use to put inside of cardstock of some sort. So I'm going to have to go through this once I have 2 hands and sort it all out again, look and see if there's anything I don't need in there. Some of that stuff I have saved for a long time, and every year when I look, I go, No, I haven't made anything with that. I found a better way to do it. So sometimes stuff does get turfed. And then this bottom drawer, which looks a little better, but mostly because I pretty much sorted it already when I was moving stuff in here for the when I moved the shelves around. So I have this container. I have a similar one. It came as a package of 2, so I have 2 containers. This one works for candy, just because I find that a lot of it comes in like a cellophane bag, and once you open the bag, they don't close, so then the candy spill everywhere. So these are very typical things that I put in them. You can see on this one here, these are the best espresso candies. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll do it this way. So I've cut off the piece of paper that shows the expiry date, or best before date, if there is one, and I stick it in. And in this case, I wrote that these candies are worth 8 cents each. So when I'm making a treat packaging, I try not to make it, like if you're going to sell a treat packaging for $1 or $2 at a market, which is what I sometimes do, and there's $2 worth of candy in it, you got to rethink your prices. So I try to find like the best deal on the candy, but I also will keep track. Sometimes it's just a matter of if it doesn't have a best before date, I just pull off the best before date. But this is just a much easier way to store it. I showed you, I think the other day, I have by my desk a container with just like old candies in it that to give me like the size. So these are actually edible, everything in here. Like these are leftovers from this Christmas. But the kisses that are in the other container, I don't know, they could be a couple years old by now. It just gives me an idea what size they are, and then when I want something, I go get it. So I try not to have too much stocked up. So the Valentine's suckers are left from last year. I think, though, when I kept them, it's because the best before date is not till like this summer sometime. Biscoff goes great with a tea bag and stuff. Lifesavers, that's right. I hoard them when I buy them. Our local Dollar Tree in town, in Mortonville, frequently has those rolls of Lifesavers, so I always buy them when I can find them. I have a couple other little non-edible things. There's some plastic coins that I found for St. Patrick's Day, and then I have some more of these somewhere, but these just make really cute little like kids treats or little pens. So this I basically, and like I said, I did it in the fall, but I will go through this drawer a couple times a year usually. I just make sure if anything has a best before date on it that is like way past, I turf it. If it's somewhat close, I give it to, friends and family to eat. Like if it was best before was like a month ago or something. Some things like chocolate, it's probably good for 2 years after the best before date. But if I'm going to give it to somebody or I'm going to use it in at a craft sale, I only use stuff that is before the best before date. So I tend to just give it away. So that's my job for today. So today's job really is the one drawer because the other drawers already been done. But any kind of treats and packaging. There's my sale bin. There's the broken container plus the other one that went with it. I got a bunch of stuff in there. Full disclosure, I have not fully finished my stamps yet because it's just been busy. Lots of things going on. Yesterday was my birthday, and the day before, so yesterday was very busy, but the day before was our family dinner and like playing cards and games and stuff. And I'm obsessed with tiny homes, and I want to maybe like get a nice RV or tiny home and live in it for a year or two, and then probably build just like a downsized cottagey type place, no basement, no big yard. So my brother bought me my first tiny home RV. So he actually bought me 2 of them. I have a slightly larger Airstream, but it's on the mantle. So it's been very busy. I will get to the stamps. There will be more stamps in there by the time I'm done. But otherwise, everything else is good. I started getting stuff out for my projects that I have to do next, my video for tonight. So I best be getting on with that. But yeah, desk has stayed clean. Systems are good. And I'm really enjoying the cleaning. So I hope you guys are too. Bye. Talk to you tomorrow.